I'll bet no one told you that a significant amount of the Canon and Epson's ink is wasted from the first ink tanks as they go through a priming process. Let's see how much ink is being used for priming by catching it on a piece of paper. Talk about wasting ink. Now with this HP printer, there's much less ink used to prepare the printer for use when the first cartridges are installed. And this is just the beginning of our story. Now that you've been printing for a while, let's take a look at who's wasting ink during regular use. It seems that Canon and Epson printers waste a considerable amount of ink to clean their print heads if it's been 4 days or more since the printer was last used. But this HP printer doesn't consume nearly as much ink for servicing after non-use, using only a fraction of the ink wasted by these Canon and Epson products. For a change of ink tanks. Both the Canon and Epson printers use a significant amount of ink from all of their tanks each time just one color is replaced. I guess charging is a fancy way of saying that the printer's wasting more ink. With the HP printer, much less ink is used to service the print heads when the new cartridge is installed. Some of Epson's new 6-sync photo printers and all-in-ones are even worse. As you can see on Epson's control panel, 10% of all colors are lost when 2 ink tanks are changed. So where's all this ink going? Inside the base of your printer, there's a thick absorbent pad that collects all of the wasted ink. Notice how thick Epson and Canon's absorbent material is compared to HP's. Individual inks, when implemented correctly, do benefit certain users, but Canon and Epson waste so much ink in setup and normal use that there's little advantage to their separate tanks. This is 2 to 3 times the amount of ink wasted compared to that used by the DeskJet 5740 in stranded ink and servicing. In addition to the cost of ink, your time's valuable too. Because of the greater number of ink supplies used in Canon and Epson's products featuring individual ink tanks, users must replace supplies much more frequently than with HP's convenient tricolor cartridges. While HP printers have less waste and require less frequent supplies replacement. So if you think that Canon and Epson's individual ink tanks save ink,